that Tekos? Teeks. I'm like, why is Tekos back here? No. That's not good. Hello, Ahmad. Hello, Matt. Oh my gosh, that was bench. Oh. Just gonna try to flick that one as high as possible. Bye. All right, see you, Ahmad. Also, I'm gonna focus on boost control today. It's gonna be my big, some boost padding. That's gonna be my big takeaway from today. Wow, I flipped so far ahead of it that I actually flipped all the way across his cut because he didn't lock in on it. Good touch, Teeks. I think he probably has that. Not a great touch. Oh, it's Mad Max. I just realized who that was. I think he's a really good player. Or Mad Max. Yeah, it's fine. It's still probably fine. 12x type of stuff. Dude, 12x game was so funny. He would just come in, he's like, dude, I'm a loyal viewer, right? I'm like, well, I mean, I guess, but if you come in just to leave, I don't know. I'm dead ass, like, if you're a viewer who comes in just to say hi and then leaves, I'd rather you low-key, like, not even come in. Because at that point, you're making a show of being like, yeah, I could watch, but I don't want to, and then leave, you know? That's worse than at least somebody who just came in or something. All right. Like I said, let's grab our pads. Not a huge fan how you guys are all staring at it. I'm just gonna assume that's fine. Are they in a party? No. I was a little afraid he might beat me there, but that's lucky. Teeks, even with 0 boost, has that 50. Just kidding, he didn't touch it, and that's a goal. All right, well, that's incredibly confusing. I'm trying to see what he was looking at here. He just didn't jump. I think he was like thinking it was gonna go to the backboard, but yeah, he didn't jump at all. He literally just backflipped. Actually, he didn't flip, he just leaned back. Oh. Should I have that one more? I had a lot of faith in that. I don't like that aerial. Mad Max is like a very good player too, so.
My Scrabble box and ate a bunch of pieces. Rushed her to the vet hoping to hear back soon. No word yet.
I like that one. That's a unique one. I've not heard that one before. I kind of thought I knew where it was going, but I like that punchline. How you doing, String Daddy? Thank you for the resub. Hello? Hello? My frame rate just randomly dipped as well. Oh, that was such a really good touch by Max. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, I'm probably gonna barely get that or not get it at all. Hello, Shep. And I missed Three's lobbies being pretty sweaty. This isn't even 1700 and this is like a very good lobby of people. Oh. Wait, can he score off that? Nah. I wanted to backboard it, but I'm like, I can't get it. My teammate can't get it. All right, that was my attempt at just tapping it enough that the other team can read it immediately. Should be an easy enough clear.
Senor Taco.
Wait, hold on. I was about to say, I'm like, is he gonna be a hero? I'm having a day stuck in Mawa? Headquarters of Wawa? Not to be confused with blah blah. M-Dog, thank you for the 43 months. Welcome in. Excited to see what worlds. Just trying to get my days off right now for that. Probably gonna have to miss Friday, but I'll be there Saturday, Sunday. Ooh, really? Okay, interesting. That was not the touch I wanted. That's not the touch I wanted. Thank you. All right. Teeks, I don't know if you have that angle. Oh, he does. Oh. Oh. No, I just ran out on the back post. If I had a little bit more, I could have bumped him, or I could have doubled that. Hey, two dummies. That's fine, he threw it away. Okay, he slowed it down. Still not good because it's 3v1, but they didn't realize it. Also, teammates are kind of, we're all playing very independent of each other, so I need to be aware of that. Like on that one, I wanted him to see that I was on the backboard, so I could potentially get that to him. So that's... Ooh, that's... No, you were turned to the corner, you coward. Ooh, I like it. What? He pre-jumped that specific angle? Also, Mad Max definitely got bumped there. How you doing, Bert? Ah, that's a good touch. Has your semester start? Oh no, camera fell! Oh no! That's funny. It's staring at the ceiling, chat. Oh gosh. One sec, I will fix the ceiling. Takes you just have to jump it all. Or just watch. I was doing kitties? No, they did break it though. They did break my camera. Oh God. Oh man, this thing is barely holding on. They overnight they got. Oh jeez. I don't know how to fix this. Baby doing 3 or 4, life and crazy, 3 or 4 weeks, days, hours, minutes. No. All right, guys, we might have to do a cameraless stream or something. I don't know how to fix this necessarily. Yeah, this stand is on its last life. Holy shit. One sec. God. Yeah, Kitty's knocked over my stand and I can't tighten the ball grip on it anymore. I think they damaged part of it. This is literally the this is literally the best my camera can be positioned right now. I will adjust it so it's centered, but oh my gosh. Yeah, it's literally gonna be a super janky angle for a sec. So once you're getting an exclusive never before seen angle of the thing just to the bottom and to the left of my desk. Cameraless stream, that's one point of watching. I mean, jeez, I'm gonna have to push my monitor back so it can provide like a stand so this thing can be like pivoted. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god! My stand is freaking busted, dude. Holy. It is horrifically busted right now. I don't know what my kitties did to it. It's like a metal ball bearing that's tightened to keep a position. Also, regardless if I'm playing or not, my teammates are getting absolutely fried right now. What is this? Joker's just already ready for that. Sag. Yeah, so this is pretty bad. I might have to do a cameraless stream. My camera's just not gonna stay still. It's gonna take a long time for me to disconnect and reconnect the camera, so I just don't know if I can even get it ready to go quickly. Because I have this thing in the Elgato teleprompter right now. Good save. Hate that. Wait, hold on. Teammate peeked? I'm trying to think of the fastest fix for what I'm dealing with right now. Yeah. After this game, we'll fix it. I'm gonna have to do a lot of unscrewing. That shot was insane. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. But it doesn't matter because they're getting farmed. What's happening? Bro, immediately, you know it's not a good angle for you when you immediately drop a sorry as it flies into your goal 900 miles an hour. Teammate should probably get that. I genuinely don't know how you lose that 50. Just throwing that forward. Not really to anyone, but that's fine. On the way to get new glasses. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure it's irritating to have Band-Aid repairs, and then you're finally just like, no, I'm getting actual new ones. What a save, dude. I'm sure no one noticed the fact that I completely missed that corner boost. I'm gonna get dusted, yeah. Was it Diamond Bakes last game? I thought a 12-year-old kid with Gucci frames. Totally mocked by that kid. A little bit. He called you broke without saying anything. The Harry Potter solution, the tape in the middle? Probably. Okay, there's one back. Man, this camera, I'm really sad. Well, okay, so the good news is that the Elgato prompter it's in, as well as the camera, is fine. It's just the joint right on the top, on the bottom, holding it all up is busted. So I'm gonna have to, I might have to just invest in eventually getting one of those like arms. Have you guys ever had one of those? Like those adjustable arms? Duct tape, that works too. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh no, I just wanted one more touch. And it worked anyway, let's go. Okay, I bumped the first guy. I guess that all that matters. Pele's not good at all. He just took one full word. Not a big fan of monitor arms. I don't like them for monitors, but for holding up like certain accessories, like for a, like if you're using a mic, you should definitely have an arm instead of like a desk mount or whatever. Like a stand on your desk. Chunk, dude, you had such a good counterattack and then you ruined it. Oh, that's... No! Man, we're so freaking solo queue right now, and it's irritating me. Dad, we're so solo queue. We are so solo queued right now. There's like a perfectly clean touch that I'm making, and then a teammate comes through and then interrupts it. Or I'm like, oh, if you just let me hit this, it's fine. I'll put it to you on a pass. And then instead of that happening, how is this in? This is the stupidest game of all time. I'm sorry. There was 3 people back on this one. He didn't even use a flip. He zero jumped it. I'm sorry, Joker's was probably just lost the sauce. He's probably super confused why no one was challenging that. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I did not. I just say both of them is missing. If we actually win this, I cannot believe. All right, I rescind my forfeit. Apparently the other team just collapsed. I don't know what the heck's going on right now. This is high GC2 gameplay chat. No way that goes in too, okay. Okay. There we go. Why are you keeping it? Okay, I'm like, dude, we just pulled a 4-goal unanswered comeback, and you're gonna freaking dribble that ball. Okay, let me see what I can do about this monitor, or this camera arm. I'm probably gonna have to turn off my camera, but we'll see what we can do. I think I know the very easy solution to this. I know what it is, but it's gonna be kind of janky. One sec, I'll tilt up my mic so you guys can follow along as I repair this in live time. So I'm gonna have to unscrew this from the Elgato cam. So you're gonna look at the ceiling for a little bit. Pardon the view. That's my bedroom entrance, by the way. Nice little posters I got going over there. Just hung them up. Oh god. Okay, let's just make sure we unscrew this camera without it falling off. Okay. That's my fill light that gives me all the actual light. Okay. Come on. This is true exclusive, yep. All right, camera's off the Elgato. All right, now I'm just gonna put the camera down on the desk. Ugh. We're just gonna put that down real quick. Unfortunately, can't get a more exclusive my super messy desk. Maybe one day. All right, how do I want to best take off this Elgato? All right, let me detach it from the slate. Come on. Come on. Okay, come on. Just getting it off the slate, one sec. There it is. All right. You've now been detached. Good. We're gonna place that over to here. Now I can attach my camera to the base. Unfortunately the cats, when we, oh. Yeah, my spot focus is engaged, one sec. So, my cats knocked off this. This is a ball joint I use. One sec. Come on, refocus. Focus. Yeah, my cats knocked off this ball joint. So now I can't hold up the weight of the mix of the Elgato prompter. So this thing is busted, so I'm gonna get a new one. So right now I have basically just like a tiny little nub here that I have to hang my camera on. So I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna adjust the height on this guy. It's gonna be a weird angle. It's not gonna be angled down at me, so I apologize if you guys can't fully See the angle of me that you're looking for. All right, perfect. Now, what's a good angle? A good height? All right, that's where we hit the monitor. So we're gonna fix the camera right here. Give us more vlogs like it's 2016 again. All right, that should work. Holy crap. I touched the touch screens, the focus is all out of whack. It should return slowly as it finds me again. There it is. All right. It's gonna be a little bit different angle, but this should be pretty good. That works. All right. Basically, actually, you know what? That's like a dead ass, like, that's actually a pretty good angle for what I normally use. Now, unfortunately, we just got this massive prompter just disconnected on my desk. It's taking up a lot of space. I'll show you my ball joint. Hatfield, how you been? That is another relatively new father. How's the family going? Yeah, we got a lot of people. Birdie has a kid. Jay Bogo's about to have his kid. Hatfield's a new father as well. Newish, I guess. Annotate my own book and have to write more pages in the journals. Now, some people might say that that just means, hey, you just happen to have viewers that are fathers. I think being a member of my chat gets you a kid. So M-Dog, you're gonna be a father within a couple months. How many years have you played this game? I played it for about one day. 1 or 2 days. Pretty easy. Turns 4 in December. Wait, it's been 4, damn. That is crazy. Do you mind telling me what day in December? I wanna see if she's close to me in the birthday. I'm the 10th. Going for my glasses. Enjoy, Birdie. I'm past 50. I don't want kids now. Too bad. Wait, Hatfield, that's my birthday. Let's go. We share a birthday. Close to you in age. Well, maybe not close in age, but we are the same day. Let's go, fellow Sagittarius. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this angle on the camera is not bad. I thought it was gonna be a lot. Oh, that's what you were going to say? Yeah, I was about to say close in age, but I'm like, well, you know, I'm a little bit older than your 4-year-old daughter. Also, hello, Trox and Cena girlfriend. Also, hopefully you guys enjoyed that miniature blog or vlog we just did where I was carrying the camera and trying to do that. Ugh! I did get my VIP again for Worlds, and I've debated like just grabbing my phone or something simple and just doing some vlog content at Worlds, but I don't know. I was hoping to touch that again, but nah. Back out of work with a knee injury? I'm sorry. Bro's out with an ACL. Worlds actually is almost considered close again. I mean, I guess. Well, it's in Fort Worth, so it's like 40 minutes away from me. It's pretty freaking accessible to me, not gonna lie. Oh, I just realized because my camera's not on a prompter anymore, it's closer to my face, so my head is way bigger on my camera again. I apologize for everyone for using the big head mode. Anyone who's ever played ESPN NFL 2K5 back in the day, that had a great mod for big head mode where all your players had like helmets that were like 5 times as big. Super funny. Also, it's crazy to see, like, feature-wise and gameplay-wise how much better ESPN 2K was for in the NFL until EA said enough of this. Oof, terrible save. Ah. I was trying to go for the lightest little touch on that one, but that was just a flick that I overthought. I needed to just hit that one cleaner. I never had a serious injury except a micro tear in a shoulder rotator cuff. Ooh. and a free miles to get into Dallas. That's what, honestly, that's what I always use miles for. People are like, oh, you can use them for all these different things, like restaurants or whatever. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm using them for flights. Especially now that Spirit has gone out of business, like there is no price control anymore. I haven't flown domestically in a bit, but it is actually kind of absurd how expensive every flight is now. Because there's no $100 or $200 option, so people are like, oh, you're flying from like Dallas to Houston, that'll be $480. You're like, what are you talking about? It's like a 40-minute flight. Like, what are you talking about that's $400? Good save. Getting absolutely farmed. I just got dunked by my own teammate. GG. 007 Goldeneye had one for big heads too. Speaking of, have you guys played 007 First Light? Like the James Bond like prequel game? I saw it the other day in a store. It was on the PS5 for like I don't know why I almost said $50. And I was like, huh. I've seen some gameplay and it looks pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's a really good shot. Too fast. How you doing? Also, congrats for returning to the homeland. Nice little casual. That's the new UNT Rocket League coach chat. I'm super excited to see you back there. Very cool. Hopefully it's I don't know what that position entails. Is it more like a, are you just helping out the program, or hopefully you're getting a little cheddar out of that? Because I want more schools investing in coaches. I can already see the elevation in gameplay from like Syracuse, where they basically went in a semester from a team of 1 rank A and a couple B plus players to 2 rank X's and a rank A. So I'm like, that's a lot of growth in a year for a mental performance coach and a coach to be able to get out of their players, in my opinion. But either way, Kyle might be going off to dinner, getting his evening started. So, you know, if he's just peacing out, then, you know, thanks for the raid, Kyle. Can't believe GCO hired Roldiz. I mean, honestly, very cool of them to have a coach with that much experience, but I know you were also asking about that position. I'm getting paid, it's not volunteer. Let's go, Kyle. Good to hear. Because that was the one thing I was like a little bit anxious about whenever I hear those positions. USF was the best one, because I had a University of Minnesota when I was going full-time esports, when I exited grad school. They hit me up and they're like, yo, we need a coach for a year. And I couldn't remember what they were asking, but it was like $500 for a year. And I'm like, well, I mean, whatever, that can't be too bad. And so I asked, like, what are the hours? Like, oh, it's gonna be like 15 hours a week. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, I'm sorry, 15 hours a week for a full 2 semesters and it's $500? I'm like, I don't know, man. If you're gonna be paying me that, I'm showing up to like a game once a week and doing replay review. I'm not doing 15 hours of prep work for something that basically equates for all those hours to like cents on the hour. I don't know. I don't have time for that. Yeah, I mean, with my current job, I can't do coaching anymore. I do miss it though. Sometimes it's promise, but now I'm happy with the people and the position. Excellent. I was trying to get someone in that position as well, but hard to beat the cloud of Roldiz. I mean, Roldiz was still a good coach. I mean, the way he went out was a little like petty, but also that phase roster was a freaking mess. So like, I don't really blame him too much on that. But we forget, behind all the drama, he had a very good coaching resume for the team, for like that team. Like, he transformed that team into a team that genuinely could have been like a major champion. And I still think that phase team is one of the bigger unrealized potential teams. Because as much as we want to talk about like, oh, Vitality with Monkey Moon and Zen and Exotic should have done better. Yes, but like that, I feel like we kind of squeezed all the quality out of them that we could have gotten, whereas FaZe always felt like they were never truly at that level. And then we learned behind the scenes that Sypical Mist had 0 passion. I'm like, man, imagine if they actually wanted to win. This is my 6th year with UNT. Gosh dang. They gotta name a building after you eventually in Denton. They're gonna do great. I would expect them to go one of the top schools. I mean, I don't know if he lives out there or if it's like a remote position or something, because last I checked, I think he was living in Austin. The Joe Mama Recreation Center. Or rank you in 2s and Heatseeker. Hey, Veselaris. 2s were like 17, low 17s. So like GC, just barely GC3. Hey, Shades. and I don't play Heat Seeker. Tackle. Hey, Kev. Whoa. Not gonna lie, kind of expected Colt to do something like that. I saw him jump, so I was like, oh, I guess I can leave that for him, but I probably should have just gone. With UNT and apart from it, excellent. But I'm glad to hear it, Kyle. I know it's been a little stressful, like I was just talking about this the other day, honestly. Like, when I graduated college, I felt like I would apply to like 10 jobs and hear back from 6 of them and get an offer from 3. Nowadays, it feels like graduates are like just going into this like ridiculously terrifying market, and there's a lot of uncertainty, and it makes you feel all over the place about stuff. You know, the content creation ecosystem is kind of in a recession unless you're really popped off, you know, or have like a pretty thriving TikTok or Insta. It's very hard to get like to keep yourself afloat. So I'm glad that you're feeling good about where you are right now. Oh, didn't expect to dust him like that. And it's top corner. All right. You could always come fondle sausages with me. What? New grads going to the meat grinder a little bit. Not gonna lie, I was a little distracted off the kickoff. My kitties knocked something over, so I was like, fake job postings, harvesting data. I mean, that's one of them for sure, but like, honestly, the thing that blows my mind is when you're doing like a job interview, I had one job reach out to me. They did, my current job, I did like 2 rounds of interviews technically, but it was kind of more so just like, first one is just a straight filter to see if you're worth their time and you're actually like an okay person. Whereas like the second one was actually like an on-premise, like actual interview. So I count it, not really. It's more of a screening interview and then the full interview. But I have people like doing like, I had a friend who was applying to work at like a grocery store or something, and they did 3 rounds of interviews. I'm like, 3? To work as a cashier? Like, are you handling people's SSNs? Like, what are we doing? Why do you need that much? Do you need top security clearance? Like, I'm just, like, I'm baffled by, like, how difficult everything is nowadays to, like, apply to. So, yeah, I feel really bad. Especially now that, like, the UK just put out stats where they said 50% of graduates are still searching for a job, like, a year out from graduation or something. Especially because, like, entry-level jobs are increasing in frequency. But they're only hiring, but they're basically looking for people with master's level experience, but they only want to hire new grads. So, like, basically, that was the big issue with me, is like I would have like a master's degree and a bunch of experience, but I would apply for jobs and they'd just be like, sorry, that doesn't work. Or they're like, oh, can you do this crazy high-end senior level role, but we're gonna pay you like 30K a year? And I'm like, buddy, what are we doing? Like, why are you acting like this is an acceptable amount to make? Sausage fondling can pay well. Yeah. Depending on the market in which you're a gigolo. Or are we talking about something else? I don't do guess what's. Did you get bought out by a billionaire? Are you a roofing company with access to Palantir now? Hello, Pi. Whoa, my frame's just exploded right now. I don't know what happened. Oh. You just got engaged, though? Hey, congrats. Got a lot of life milestones going on. You proposed with a ring pop? I don't know why I went for an air dribble there. I thought I had, like, 40 more boost. Has had a sausage in their mouth in the past year. I mean, I'd hope not. If you're doing sausage inspections, I'd hope the inspectors for doing QA are not trying the sausages. I should have been way cheaper. I always thought, low-key, it was like a red flag. I had an ex-girlfriend who, we were talking about engagement rings, and I showed her this video of a girl learning her boyfriend got her a lab-grown diamond, and she was like, and like basically refused to marry him. And I was like, wow, that's kind of a red flag. And she's just like, no, it's not. I'm like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, well, she's like, it just shows like how much you actually care. I'm like, wait, if you like the diamond and it fits you and it's the style you want, like, why does it matter how much you paid? It's like, well, it's out of the principle. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, you just want to know that it's valuable. You could literally lie to your friends and no one would know. Like, also, the price of diamonds is literally set by the diamond, like, lobby way back when. They literally made up those rules that it was 3 months pay specifically to sell more diamonds at higher prices. Nice. So, like, when she was like, no, like, I wouldn't accept a lab-grown diamond. If you only paid $200 for it versus $4,000 or whatever, I would say no, too. And I'm like, I don't like that. So I've always been a huge dislike of that. I've also seen some people propose with, like, these, like, really cool, like, jet black, like, it's like a mineral, but like these rings that are like a stone, and it looks really cool. Apparently, it's not super it's not uncomfortable or anything, but they were super cheap to make. They look really cool and solid. It's like just a black band. Onyx, yeah. I just had to pick what you wanted. I'm not gonna lie. I got a lab. Twice the care for price of the natural. For price of what a natural would be. Well, that's nice. I mean, as long as she likes it, that's all that matters. If I was to pro someone, I'd probably get them a birthstone rather than diamond. That's also a cute one too, as well. But yeah, I always thought that was just kind of ridiculous. Like, if I give someone a diamond and they literally can't tell if it's real, and then after the fact find out that actually it's a lab grown, they're like, oh, just kidding, I rescind my yes. I'm like, dude, what are we doing here? Like, are you marrying me or the ring? Yeah, I should have unshelled that. What if diamond is different on both lab and regular diamonds lose value, so it's a bad investment either way? Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna get a ring, I'd rather spend... Also, I think thinking about the value of a ring is kind of useless, because it's like, no one's buying... I mean, well, I was gonna say used wedding rings, no one's buying that, but I'm like, I'm sure there's a market for that. Those are like sad, those are like a sad story. Diamond ring, lightly worn, it's like, aw. Studio audience goes, aw. Yeah, we're still in like the low 17s, so like these lobbies are all over the place in terms of quality. Why are you in the same party double quitting? Question mark? Ooh. How you been? I don't see too many streams lately. Yeah, unfortunately with my new schedule, I'm working basically like 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So if I do a stream, it'd have to be basically at like 7:30 a.m. When I'm just barely waking up with barely any caffeine in me. Or I have to do it after I go home from work, where I'm already like basically dead. I still haven't eaten, you know, so it'd be like a super late night stream, and I just don't have like the mental energy for that. So it's this kind of hard part of like, I think I'm not going to be able to stream like nearly as much as I normally do. Maybe I can stream on like Monday, Tuesdays or something, because those are my consistent days off. Yeah, but it's just, it's a little tough. Basically stopped doing actual content and just kind of doing it more for the love of the game right now, because I can't actually do a stream schedule right now. It's my job just takes up way too much time. RP 2 a.m. taco. I mean, I could technically do that. I would just ruin my sleep schedule again. Why are you pre-jumping? Man, these people just don't want to win. I'm sorry, dude. You're pre-jumping me on a clear off the backboard. Like, are we trying? Like, I'm just so lost what we're doing here. I also didn't expect that guy to just go for a shot randomly. I was like, that's not really an angle that would work. Oof. Oh. All right. I'm gonna Q dodge those guys. Holy. Also, I like how I hadn't tapped anything yet. I just forfeit. And the other dude, the guy on the team goes, wow, an analyst acting like this? You mean forfeiting? Because we're getting farmed because you keep double committing with yourself and me? Like, yeah, I'm gonna forfeit because we haven't touched the ball in their half yet. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm not gonna lock in on a game to try to eke out a win here. Also, I'm gonna have to set this to borderless again. I got a little cocky. I took away all of Discord's permissions to do certain stuff on my PC. Because they use your GPU in the background for hardware acceleration, and then they also have an overlay on even when you don't actively have it enabled and all this other stuff. And it kind of helped FPS, but my FPS is already high enough that it didn't really matter. So I was just trying to like figure out how to do that. The content has changed. Dude, that's an old throwback of a reference, Hatfield. Wow. Yeah, I do miss streaming a lot. I just, like, it's rough because, like, you got the heavy book from Shaq. No, I just, ever since EAC, my PC has been, like, when I play it off stream, it's fine, but whenever I try to stream it on OBS, there's just something happens to my FPS that's just crazy. Also, I Q dodge these guys, and they're in my next game. That's kind of crazy. The you too? I guess so. How you doing, Pandy? That's an insane pass. We meant to do that. Oh, wow. Okay. Dolly Parton died today? Yeah, I saw that. Man, I was trying to bump that guy. I just could not find the angle that he was actually driving at. All right, had to reach over a little bit there. Okay, there's one. I just thought, I don't know, maybe people just aren't on today or something. Because, yeah, I'm surprised I could try to Q dodge. I literally left that Q for like 10 seconds. They also added in a setting, I realized, for stream safe for a matchmaking delay, which is actually kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. Probably more important for like streamers who people are trying to time them off of their stream or something. I think it still queues you up, but it doesn't actually try to find you a match. Like it'll say searching, but it won't actively search until the timer goes down. Oh no. It's okay. Oh! I went for the wall dash, but I turned at the wrong angle. Oh. I guess they just didn't want to take that angle. He just watched it. Stack with two buddies and our graph went vertical. Yeah, dude, Pandy DM'd me. He's like, I got back on like late at night and showed me his threes chart. Oh my god. That climb was diabolical. Ah, he hit it a little too fast. Thought he hit it a little slower. Valens, it's right there! Side flip! He just definitely had a brain fart. It was right at him. If he just side flips, that's fine. Oof. 3 sesh of a lifetime. Yeah, I was kind of tilted by the end of that last sesh. Yeah, no matter how much I train my sleep schedule, I'm still always play the best at like 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Somewhere in that window. Think Taco was the problem? I wasn't not the problem. That's not great. Ooh, great pass. That's gonna be a goal. Oh, thank God you missed. Okay. Hit it right to me? Oh, we both went for the same thing. That's dangerous, especially, yeah. That's backward. Okay, I wanted that to be high. That's fine. Crip does not have that super cleanly on fort. I thought he was going to keep driving, so I was going to tap it in his back. Okay, we need to get back. 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 Not like this. Okay, thank God. I was like, dude, we are not losing it 0 second to a ball across the middle. Ah! I should have not flipped into that. Don't go. These guys, like, commitment to double committing on literally every single ball is making me so spooked, dude. It's fine. Okay. Don't want to get demoed by that dude. They're both on the wall. No! I just ran out of boost. I couldn't tap that around him. That's tough. Crip is just like perpetually not boosted, so it's kind of hard to read like where he's going to be able to get. Oof. If I go a little higher, that goes right in. Holy. It's okay. Luckily, Crip has so much boost. Brought 100 boost, he just stared at it. I was like, buddy, you are the person to get that. Leave it. Or that. These people make me so anxious. Alright. I decided to pick Chow that because I'm like, he's not going to be able to flick that super well. Sure. I think he had the boost, dude. Very tense overtime. I think he gets dusted there. He does. I don't know if I have that. I don't. I'm gonna bail. Okay. Read that pass. I'm gonna be able to get one touch on this. That's yours? Ah, a little too far. I need to watch out for Valance on the back swing because he does not have that ball. Well, it's a terrible, terrible touch. Holy, we are so luck on that. The amount of times I have someone on near post chow and then not actually have a read at all on it and then makes me go, wait, hold on. I was not sure how to react to that. All right, good flick. Crip has that. You need one more touch. All right, I need to get back because, yeah, they keep tapping it away. This could be very bad. Sure. All right, I'll take that. Wow, okay. Well, we just reset. I'm still gonna Q dodge those guys because I don't want to play with them. There's no one on. I knew it, Crip! Okay, well, that makes sense. There's, yeah, I mean, I was gonna say that's baffling, but it's also 6 o'clock. I'm drinking gin and Fanta. My fault in the first game, I had a bad game. No, I mean, it was just a weird game. I was just not sure what was going on. We were like doubling all the time. And then that second game, I think it felt actually somewhat clean, where we were actually like able to rotate around a little bit. First team was reading everything, so I wanted to change it up for pre-jumping. Okay, I mean, I kind of get that. See, this is why I miss having VC as like a normal thing. Because I remember the first time when you play ranked, you just get frustrated because you don't know what your teammates are doing, like their motivation. And I remember when VC first came out, like public VC, they would, you'd have someone mess up and they go, I was trying to do X. And then you'd go, oh, that's reasonable. Yeah, that makes sense. And I feel like it made toxicity so much lower. There was like a 4-day period after it came out where I felt like ranked was actually genuinely very fun to play. Because you would just be able to chat with pretty much anyone. But then unfortunately, because it wasn't part of the culture of the game like it is in CS and Val, we never used it again. Yeah, it's also kind of tough when you're playing in threes because every once in a while you'll play a team that's full stacked and then you play against a team that you're like, oh wait, these guys are like full calming. Like these guys are like absolutely try-harding the crap out of this game. And then you realize you gotta really, you know, ramp things up. This isn't just coordination, it's advanced coordination. Wait, do you have that touch? Okay, we're good. My booty touched it. Blah, 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 blah. Ah. Nah, I wanted to slightly go with a different touch there. Also, really not a fan of this frickin', when you choose the demo, if you press to the right, you'll go to the right. And then if you go all the way to the right and then press the right again, it'll take you back one, like it'll loop around. I hate that idea. I hate that, like, concept. Like, if I want to spawn on the far right, I should literally just hit right, and then it'll just take me there and keep me there. I don't know why it loops. I've never want that. Is that a setting that I can adjust? Because that's actually by far the only thing about that update that I absolutely despise. Also, hello, Gabriel Castro. I have a bad association with the name Castro. And it's not even because, like, you know, Fidel, but literally just because there was a dude who played in United Rogue, the league where I first started casting and I played in for a bit, called Castro, and he was very much, like, clearly an 11-year-old child, but he was just a total piece of shit. Hated that guy. Just a lot of bad memories of him trolling and just being kind of mean. He kind of mellowed out as he got older and he realized, oh, maybe I don't have to be a massive troll and horrible person, but still. That's just how I'm always going to remember him. We get that Rumble rank up. I like it where it is at the default. Rumble is by far the only game mode I actively dislike in Rocket League. Like, the whole concept of why I like Rocket League is that there is no randomness, and then people are like, what if we added randomness? I'm like, see, you just took the one element of Rocket League I love more than any other esport, and then said, what if we added it back? The only thing that we don't have in that. It's fine. It's because you don't understand it. No, I actually hate it. I understand it just fine. Is arguably the most interesting. I disagree. Like, I don't know. I just don't find it interesting. I think if you had roles, I think it'd be more interesting. Literally make it like a hero shooter. Like one person is the grappling hook always, one person is the punching glove always. and there's just different cooldowns. I think genuinely I'd be more interested in it if it was like that. Like you had to like fit into a role. Pandy literally paying his rent off Rumble tournaments. That's crazy. These guys feel very coordinated, but they're not in a full party. That's a goal, right? Yeah, I just had to go for a 50 there. Almost guarantee we could win. If I had more spending money, I would definitely throw that thing together. I mean, I still also think you'd probably win just because I remember they did the Hoops one. They did that version of Hoops and also Snow Day. Sure. The pros might. Well, that's the thing, because the pros always don't show up. They don't show up unless there's a... Unless they're really bored and then they just have nothing to do. Hello? Oh, he's behind me. We need to go on a win. We're so low, dude. 17-4-04. We need to really crank up these dubs, chat. All right, luckily I have not got... Oh, so someone was mentioning a Jeff in my work chat, and I was like, what? And I forgot we just hired another Jeff. So I was like, oh, thank God. I thought I was in trouble for doing something. I'm like, I'm not even working today. Maybe some of the content guys want to do it. I don't know. People just, honestly, one thing that I wish I could do a little bit more, and I do feel bad for making a server for it, was doing 4v1s. I always thought that was such a fun game mode, where one person has unlimited boost and then the other 4 have no boost. You have to unbind your boost, and basically you all take turns, and whoever has the greatest goal differential at the end wins. I always thought that was such a fun game, honestly, yeah. I talked to some of the players, and they enjoyed doing it. I really wanted to set up more lobbies of that in the future. There's something Johnny used to do that I really enjoyed. Nice. I remember doing it one stream. People said they really had fun with it. Like in the chat seemed to like it too, so. Ooh, great touch. Well, I hit it back. Yeah, I was like, he doesn't have that shot, but... What? No scoop. No! I thought he was gonna go middle, so I went out. Luckily, it's not a goal, question mark? Preston to YouTube and Preston over to Twitch. What we like to see. I'm such a bot, dude. Of course he's gonna freaking go for the demo. Why would I think he wouldn't be going for the demo? Okay. Just gonna have to take away the outside. That was a kind of lazy one, but I was afraid I was about to get bumped, so. Why to say my message is being checked for mods? Because you said a horrible insult in there. That in any other civilized society would get you banned for life. Could we 1v1? Nope. I do not play against people I do not know. How's your day? It's going great. How you doing, Preston? I had kind of an annoying thing because I'm off today from work, but I had a customer be like contacting me and they're like, keep like being like, I need an update on this. I want an update on this. I want an update. And I'm like, oh, lady, I literally can't do it until I'm back like in my computer at work. Like I can't VPN into it. I can't do any of that. And they're just like, well, I just want a response. And I'm like, yeah, you're getting a response. In that the response is, I can do this to you tomorrow morning. I literally can't do it right now. This person was like really difficult to deal with all throughout the process of the sale, and now after the sale, she's even more annoying, and I'm like kind of just like, dude. Type of person whose kids are not good. Kids will not talk to them when they grow up. At least my vibe. Yeah, please take that. Oh, he's clipping. Oh, he's clipping! Well, this one. Willing to go above and beyond. I mean, the thing is, she already got like an insane deal. They were super annoying, and it was one of those situations where like I don't let anyone walk. So if I'm gonna make a sale, I'm gonna make a sale. I caught them a crazy deal, and they're like, great. But now they're contacting me about like, oh, listen, you know, my husband, he wasn't with us, but he was in the military. Can we get a military discount? I'm like, well, yes, if you make the transaction in the store. We don't do those retroactively. Those are things that you have to show the military ID. And they start complaining and be like, oh, so. And she basically started implying like, oh, it's good to know that your company doesn't appreciate the troops and their sacrifice and blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, so I gave her 10% off, which is a lot of money from what her order was. And then beyond that, she goes, I know you already gave us basically 50% off this really nice base with like head and foot up foundational, like adjustable base for my bed. But there was a $300 gift with purchase. I'm like, yeah, that was in your base. She goes, no, like it's a $300 gift with purchase. I'm like, yeah, I gave it to you on the base. That's why you were able to get that discount. She goes, no, I don't remember it that way. You're gonna give me another discount. And I'm like, I already gave you the discount. You're getting an absurd amount of money off. Like this thing would have been $5,000. You ended up paying like $3,200 basically because of all the stuff I'm able to work for you. And basically at this point, it went from a ticket in which I probably would have made like $200, $300 to something I'm maybe making like $70 on, but I didn't care. I was like, all right, that's fine. But now she keeps pinging me about all this other stuff. The bed just went on sale, so she was a low price guarantee. So now she's asking for a refund on that. She's asking for a different refund for all this other stuff. And it's just like, this constant like ding, ding, ding. And I'm just so tempted to respond to her, be like, lady, like I will give you the price match because that's obvious. That's a policy. But like you are asking for so much. You do realize every time you ask for this discount that I give you, keep in mind, when I give you a discount that's not even on there, I'm taking money out of my own pocket. Like I am getting paid. I am 100% commission. So every time you ask for that discount, it's coming out of my pocket. Again, if I'm price matching and I'm telling you, yeah, I'll give you this discount, I'm giving you a good deal. I'm not trying to rip you off. I'm pretty honest with people. I don't say, oh, this is a good deal when it's not. Like I'm giving you 50% off shit, something that's almost never on sale. But I'm able to do that because I check with the warehouse, we have it in stock, whatever. But then they just keep like, no, you're gonna give me this, 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 you're gonna give me this. And at a certain point, I just gotta like lay it out and be like, listen, I'm 100% commission. I am making literally no money. In fact, I am losing money when I do this with you. So can we just come to an understanding that, yeah, you're gonna get your price match, you're gonna get your money back for certain stuff, but like, my God, dude, you are trying to, you know, run me blind. And the issue is some customers are like, oh, you know what? And when they hear that, like, oh, I'm 100% commission, that is like something my manager has done occasionally when like someone's getting really aggressive on discounts or really like doubting how much we're giving them. And he's literally just had to be like, listen, I'm making $2 in commission off this deal. That's how good of a deal you're getting off this. Like, my God. And then they go, oh, you know, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to get the best deal. Okay, well, thank you so much. And then they'll buy. But some customers genuinely be like, I don't give a shit if you go homeless. Like, give me my freaking money. And you're like, all right. So, yeah. It's a type of customer who, oh, lol. That's the type of customer who like sits down on a $3,000 bed. They go, wow, I like that. My budget's $200. Can I get that bed for that? And then I go, no. And they go, what? Why not? And then you have to basically sit there and explain to them that certain beds aren't just any number we come up with. It's based off how expensive it is to make the bed, as well as like what the manufacturer is actually willing to give us for a lowest price or price point. But people genuinely come in all the time and lay on the Tempur-Pedic, which is like the cheapest in a queen is like $2,000. And they're like, can I get this for $200 or $500? And you're like, are you high? Hey, J-Rum, let's get that down to -2. You know, exactly. Like, this type of customer is genuinely like, I don't care if you physically have to, like, get evicted. Like, you're going to give me that $42 back on this $2,000 order. And the thing is, my compromise on that is, like, if you ever come back to the store, I'll give you a discount another way. How you doing, J-Rum? That's overtime? It is not overtime. I paid my employee to work for him, and I liked it. A reverse paid internship? Do you have the right to refuse them? I mean, yeah, my manager wouldn't be happy, but basically the rule of thumb with my manager is like, you should always work with the customer to keep them happy, you know, and whatnot. But at a certain point, you have to just be like, I have done everything I can for you. Like, right now, like, she's in the right in that she's guaranteed a price match, and that's fine, because, you know, I'm still, you know, that ticket is still good. Like, I'm still probably making, like, a good $50 off of it. The problem is, every time she asks for a refund, that's technically a statistic in my sales profile that every time my manager looks me up, she's gonna see, like, oh, you had an order with a lot of returns on it. I'm like, yeah, so I'm gonna have to talk to her about that. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, I'm still moving a lot of product. I'm actually doing very well. They did a monthly leaderboard of everyone in Dallas, and I'm actually, for a first-timer in the industry, I'm actually doing very well. So, not upset about that, but just some of these customers, dude, they're just annoying as hell. How's Gen Z gonna survive with the economy? That's the fun part. They won't. That's how to be. I'm gonna be the top 1%. Yeah, but yeah, that's how I feel. Like, there are some people you just have to straight up be like, no. Like, there was this couple that came in the other day, and they bought a $500 bed that we specifically told them this would not be good for you. But they're like, no, I want this one because it's a great price. I'm like, well, no, like, I'm telling you right now, like, it's not gonna be comfortable based on how you sleep. Like, if you're a side sleeper, you need a slightly softer bed. You don't want a firm bed because it'll hurt. And they said, nope, we're gonna take 3 of those beds. And we're like, okay. And so we warned them about it. And then, what a surprise, they come back a week later and go, we're in a lot of pain because of those beds. We demand a new one. And we're just like, okay. And then so we processed their new one, but they're like, hey, well, we want this bed. And they chose a Nectar full memory foam bed, which is $1,000, and they paid $500 each. So like, can you give me these for $500 each? And we're like, no, you can pay the difference though. And they're like, we're not spending more on that. It's like, all right, then you're paying the restocking fee. We'll just take the return, but you're gonna have to pay $250 per bed plus the $100 delivery to pick them up. Do you still want to return? They're like, no, we want to just get a higher quality bed for an insane discount. Basically, we want you to lose money. I'm like, that's just not how this works. Like, what are we doing here? Like, that's the thing that bothers me, is just like these people who actively just don't know how the world works, or just hope that they can, and granted, this is also a personality trait that I really dislike. I've had friends like this that I actively really despised. They have this attitude of like, if I'm annoying enough, you can get anything to happen. You know what I mean? Like, if I complain enough, they will just roll their eyes and give me, they will lose money. They will actively get in trouble with their boss or whatever just to keep me happy. And I hate that. I hate that personality of like, I'm just gonna complain and act like I've never shopped before at a furniture store or literally any sales-based thing. What do you mean you can't just discount literally anything to any price? Yeah, that's how it works. Things cost money to buy and ship. We can't just give it away for whatever price we want. Like, we have at least have to, you know, go even on it. Would you sell to places like Motel to buy in bulk without that? Yeah. We usually have an e-commerce team for that, so they usually buy in bulk, and we give like corporations like that, because we sell certain models to like the Ritz-Carlton and like high-end hotels. So we give them like a big bulk discount if they're buying like 40, 50, 60 beds or whatever. Gonna ask the butcher if I can get the USD for 15, because that's the I-round cost. I complain they won't give me a discount. No, but that's the thing, is like people will come in and they just won't understand. Oh, my personal favorite is when someone came in, and I've learned I have to kind of be a dick in the beginning, where someone will come in and they're like, hey, I need a bed, I need a king size, I need whatever. And then I'm like, okay, well, what price point do you want to stay at? They're like, oh, just, you know, any price. I'm like, no. Specifically, I need you to tell me, like, you've come in with, whether you realize or not, you have a price point that if you saw that, you would click yes. Or at least you have a thing in your back of your mind where, like, I can spend around X. What is that number? And they're like, oh, just show me a bed. I'm like, no. I need you to know this, because I can't show you anything until I know that budget, because I've spent way too many times with these people. This one dude said, oh, show me literally anything. Hi, Bruno, by the way. I'm so sorry. I'm in the middle of a rant. And then I show them like all these like high-end beds, and they're like, yeah, I really like this one, and the wife is comparing, and they're looking at all the features, and then I go, okay, well, it seems like you really like this one. Do you want to pull the trigger on it? And they're like, yeah, what's the price on this one? I'm like, oh yeah, and a king, that's gonna be $3,100. And they're like, oh. I'm like, yeah, I mean, again, the other bed we saw was 22, if you like that one better, and like that price point. And they're like, oh, it's just like my budget's 500. And I'm like, then why wouldn't you tell me that? Like, why am I wasting my time for 20 minutes showing you expensive beds if you're like, oh, I can't spend more than 500? I'm like, then we're dicking around. You're wasting my time, buddy. Why would you tell me any price works? No, we don't have a budget. And then I show him a 2,000. He's like, oh, I was hoping to spend 500. Hey, remember when I asked you what's the dollar amount in your head that you want to spend today? That's the number I was looking for. Like, that is another thing that really bothers me, especially about my store location. You know, it's not the richest neighborhood, so you see a lot of people on budget, which is fine, but it's just a little bit cumbersome when you're trying to, you know, come up with a plan for someone, and they walk in and just waste your time because they don't want to admit that, oh, I can't afford an expensive bed. Mainly just because they don't know the market, which is fair. Like, you know, a lot of people don't know prices for stuff like that off the top of their head. But still, you can actually say that to a customer? Sure. I didn't realize beds were so damn expensive. Well, that's the thing, though, is like, that's one of my favorite angles to take with people. 8X, I did see that Dolly Parton pass. Is when people say like, well, $2,000 is insanely expensive. I'm like, buddy, you pulled up in a freaking Lexus. Do you have any idea how much money you spent on a car in terms of how often you're in that car? Like, how long is your commute? He's like, 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, so you're in there 40 minutes a day, like on average. How long are you in your bed? 8 hours? Okay, what does good sleep do for you? Gives you a better back, gives you a better shoulder, like takes away that pain. Keeps your spine aligned, so you're actually waking up with good posture and good spinal health. Make sure you're not incredibly grumpy throughout the day. Make sure you have a good amount of energy. Improves your cognitive ability. Like, there's all these benefits for good sleep, and yet you're acting like $2,000 for a good bed is a bad value. And then once I frame it like that, normally people are like, nah, that's a good point. And then they're a little bit more open to spending a bit more. But yeah, a lot of people, but at the end of the day, that's fine. Not everyone can afford $2,000 off the rip. And not everyone has the credit to finance or something. I totally get that. But at the same time, I'm just like, it bothers me when people act like, you know, yeah, just show me any bed. And then I show them literally like an entry-level bed for $1,000. Like, oh, I can only spend $300. I'm like, dude, the $300 king does not exist anywhere except Amazon. You're paying for, you know, someone's, you know, going through the garbage bin and recycling old foam into a mattress for that price. My pocket's too small for it? Well, that's why we have 0% financing up to 72 months. And if not, we have beds that, I mean, we have really good beds for like 500. Some of my favorite beds to sell are the $500 beds because I think they're a really good value for that. And I sell a lot of those beds because my stores are in the part of Dallas that's you know, pretty working class, like, you know, like a lot of construction workers or like day laborers. Or, you know, just like single parents who are trying to get a bed. Don't buy a bed from Costco, guys. They buy all their beds from us. You're buying it with a markup. Oh. Well, not all of them, but I did see one bed that they don't sell, but we have a better version of it. I go to Costco with my girlfriend because we do some shopping there, and whenever I see mattresses there, I realize I take note of what they're selling. And 99.9% of the time we have that bed, or they're selling the cheaper version of a bed we have for a similar price. So whenever people buy from Costco instead of setting it up through if you guys are ever trying to buy good quality pillows or sheets or a mattress protector or a mattress, and I learned you guys didn't go through me, I'll be furious. You guys gotta help me out on the commission. I'll give you a discount. I'll give you guys my employee discount. I think I get one purchase a month for 20% off. Beyond what the already sales thing is. Call every store in DFW and call for Jeff. I mean, you could just literally text me or DM me on Discord. If it's Wednesday through Sunday, I will be able to be in store and I'll be able to answer you. Flat rate shipping or nah? Shipping is free to your door, or we'll just drop it off like a package, or it's $109, which I can usually discount a pretty hefty amount, we'll actually bring it into your home and set it up and everything. Give you a 2-hour window. Yeah, shipping is free. For all intents and purposes, shipping is free. Depending on what you're getting, I can also get you free, like, 2-hour estimate shipping as well. And that's nationwide? Yep, anywhere in the US. It's also, we can ship it within 2 days, so it's the fastest delivery by my estimation. Especially for high-end beds. Oh. Ooh. So I doubled a goal, and then since that clip, we didn't do anything. Sad. Birdie Deadass, if you DM me on Discord or something, I forget if you have a Discord, but yeah, if you DM me on Discord and you tell me a budget, I can find you a good bed. I can find you a good bed. I'll get you a good price for it. A members mark bed from Sam's Club. Damn. We also have outlet stuff, which is like basically a bed that was slept in for maximum 4 months, but most of the time within like 2 weeks. Occasionally a bed that someone bought for their wife and they tried it out for like 2 days and they immediately said no, and then we took it back. We clean it for a week and sanitize it, and it's like honestly nothing you'd be able to tell. Or that it was technically a used bed. Yeah, it's all sanitized and completely disinfected and whatnot. It smells lemony fresh. If you ever slept in a hotel, they are dirtier than the used ones, but that way you get a good discount. I have a DC. I don't know what kind of bed I need for my back issues. Well, depending on your back issues, it depends. And again, that's why I talk about budget, because like depending on what type of bed. I always recommend we have Sealy Posturepedic, as well as there's a really good budget one called the DreamCloud Pressure Smart line. That's my personal favorite to sell because they're like a really good price point for a firm and also a plush. But the plush feels more like a medium, so it's very good because it's reinforced in the middle, so it's good for your back to be able to hold it up. In terms of like back support, obviously like Tempur-Pedic and stuff is what I usually like to sell for that, but there's a lot of good like I have back issues type of beds. That's a very common thing people come in to the store with. Is they're like, yo, I have a crazy amount of back pain, you're gonna have to help me with that. Because my doctor said I need a better bed, like an orthopedic bed, and I'm like, no problem. Yeah, I do got to do some more social selling, aka like mention online, like, hey, by the way, if you guys are ever buying a new bed or ever need blah blah blah, like hit me up, because I don't do that enough. I've honestly just resisted doing that because I have this weird nightmare scenario in my mind where if I piss someone off one time on stream or something, or if I make an enemy or something, they're gonna like call Mattress Firm and claim I did something insane and like just try to get me fired. I have this like weird fear of that happening. I don't think anyone would actually be that insane, but you never know. Will have back issues. Pandy looks like a shrimp. Wait, did anyone else just see what he did? He flipped forward and it went backwards. I've never seen that before, dead ass. I need to see that on a replay. It's better just be chill anyway. What? I mean, I try to be chill, but you know, every once in a while you insult someone on stream or something and just kind of like make a joke at their expense and trash talk a little bit, but like, I don't know. I'm not saying like, yeah, you know, when you drop a slur and you're yelling a horrible thing. No, like literally just, man, this guy's trash, and then they're just angry at me as they make up a rumor or something. Like personally, I do think there was this really low IQ dude that apparently he texted this woman using his actual number, something horrifically racist. He called her like the N-word and called her an ape or whatever. And then people looked up his information via Cash App because he linked it to his phone number, which had his full ass government name on it. And then they found him on LinkedIn and then eventually got fired for it. And people were like, that's a little too far. I'm like, I don't know, man. If you're going to be using your number and using, you know, committing a hate crime, I think you totally deserve to get fired. A private company can totally decide they don't want you working for them, considering you're now viral for being a ridiculous bigot, you know? So it always makes me laugh when people are like, I don't know about that. I'm like, I think that's perfectly fine. But the thing is, like, yeah, I wouldn't want someone to, I get a call from my manager, be like, hey, we just got forwarded an image of you texting someone something horrific, and I'm like, that is not me. They're like, well, we can't prove it, so we're gonna have to investigate that. Like, that's the type of thing. But again, that's just like my deep dark, like, oh no, what if that happened type of thing. I don't think I got any actual villains in my life like that, though. Unless you get me something 80% off. I mean, again, just based on your budget, like, I can definitely help you out with certain beds. Your irrational fear. I mean, that's not... I wouldn't say it's irrational in the sense of... It's more irrational in the sense that, like, it can happen and it wouldn't take an insane amount of effort to happen, but it's more like... like a super unfounded, like, super specific, so many dominoes would have to fall in a row, like, type of thing to happen. I don't know. I view irrational fears as, like, what if a wolf, you know, like, breaks into my house when I'm in my cabin in the middle of the woods or something? It's just like, buddy, like, what are the odds of that even happening? Like, let's get settled down. I mean, I can get you some good discounts, especially on Outlet, but I can't guarantee 80% off. That's a little too much. Did not realize we were all up. I got scared that Epic would fire me trash talking in games, so I try not to talk anymore. Yeah, that's funny. Honestly, that's why I never text chat anything that's too bad, just because I know if someone tries to clip. I'm just waiting for that moment where I'm just like, man, this guy's ass. He really needs to uninstall. I hate this guy. The worst I usually say is, like, this guy should not be able to reproduce. I said, like, this guy should be... I think I said a guy should be sterilized one time, and I thought that was really... I thought that was, like, super ridiculously over the top. I was just a little angry that day. But I was thinking in the back of my head, imagine that guy tweets that, be like, is this really who you want casting your game? And I'd just be like, I don't know, man. I think that's kind of... Like, that's, like, toxicity in, like, a funny way, you know? Like, it's not me screaming horrible things. I'm just kind of, like, calmly being like, I think it's unjust for this man to be able to reproduce. Like, I think it actively makes society worse that this man is allowed to have his genetic code get passed on. Losing to you is actually a travesty. But that's the thing, like, that's just like that's like a relatable amount of toxicity. I think actually, like, I think if you're doing that and someone actually claims, like, this guy's a menace, it's like, dude, come on. Have you never played a competitive game before? Especially if you played League. I used to ask Granny, like, when he plays ones, why is he able to not get so tilted? He's like, oh, dude, I used to be a League main. You think anything in Rocket League tilts me to that same degree? He's like, League is, like, the worst environment you can ever be in a gaming sense. He's like, I literally just do not even flinch for Rocket League. No! He hit me, dude. Justin, I kind of wish you didn't touch that second one. Wait. You don't need to eat this week? That's fair. Well, Birdie, if you have decent credit, you'd be able to get a payment plan as well. 0% APR. That way I can sell you a Tempur-Pedic. #1 doctor and chiropractor recommended bed. No! Yay. Well, oh, I thought I had like at least 20 more boost. I'm like 18, 20. Oh, buddy, you could get up to like 72 months on that stuff with 0 interest. You get like an insanely nice bed for like 40, 50 bucks a month, depending on the size. So, you know, hit me up if you need that. Okay, a 30-year term. Sorry, we don't do mortgages on beds anymore. I don't trash talk people. I game a Deadlock a month ago where I had to clap back just once. I mean, I used to just not trash talk at all. I used to have a rule where like if I ever get upset enough where I actually feel the need to type something, I need to stop. But lately I'm kind of fun to just there's certain people in this game that are just so delusional. Twos is like by far. I understand people when they rage tweet on Twitter. I used to be like, dude, you gotta calm down. Your ego's crazy. But like, there are people in twos that are legitimately the most psychotic, not like crazy. Like they are not in touch with reality. Like they have delusional beliefs, like false beliefs about how reality functions. Like magical thinking, straight up. Like in the sense that people will, why the frick are we playing Stockton? And so we had like, sorry, my brain just turned off halfway through that. But yeah, like, well, you'll have like twos players who will miss 7 reads in a row and then look at you and go, teammate, please, you have to do something. And I'm like, wait, I'm sorry, you're telling me that I'm not playing well enough? Like, what world is this? Like, that's the thing about, like, twos that is so crazy to me. Like, GC3, people act like they are Vatira and you are literally a gold. Like, you can score every single goal and save every single shot, but if you have, like, one aerial that isn't flawless, they're gonna be like, teammate, oh my god, you are the heaviest player ever. I've gotten so many death threats in twos that are, like, crazy. Off of just people who are just simply convinced that they are potentially the greatest player that NA has ever produced, and I'm like, what are we doing here, chat? Ooh, good reading. Ooh, normal, you're gonna have to, yeah, I don't know what the frick you thought was happening there. Betty, he literally missed the first one. You have 0 boost, you don't need to touch it. You literally just right there, why did you flip? Just, it's out of his range! Anyway. Yeah, Nick DeVick, a really good player from New Jersey high school. His team was, I think, a top 2 team in the nation. Cast a high school championship a year and a half ago. Ooh. But he got absolutely waxed on that. Oh, buddy. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Nick DeVick and Stockton, they made a crazy run in quals. We seeded them incredibly low. I think they were like 85th. I don't know why they were 85th. I probably would have put them, just with Nick DeVick alone, I would have put him in like 60s, but I have to see what I seeded him. Maybe other seeders missed him. Occasionally that does happen with like some low-rated teams, especially if players don't play 2s or 3s. You're like, have never heard of these players, and you're looking at their trackers, and they just have like 0 games played, and you're like, Jesus, thank you, Taco. Hey. I don't know if this is their full roster. I know Dillerton and Nick have both been there have been high ranked players. Dijon Mostardo. How you doing? Kendo!
Titanic seen old lady voices. It's been 79 months.
79 months. That's pretty close to Paz's streak. Good to hear from you, Kendo. Real good touch. What? I don't know how you hit that escape hatch. Oh, buddy, get out of my... No. Teammate, you're just in my way! Oh, I had the clarity, bumped the ball before me. Cringe, dude. Just still at work, that's why I'm on the tube. Oh, welcome back in, Dijon. Ah, he got it a little bit further. I thought he was out of juice. Oh, I was playing his block, and I guess he just didn't have it. Yeah, it's a ones player. I was like, he's gonna cut pretty hard, and I'm not gonna be able to read that probably, but... Wait, whoa! Wait, did you get chowed or did you just F that up? He had an air dribble with 100 boost. Pass? Oh! Teammate, what the heck? Wow, he pulled that out of nowhere. Reset off the ceiling, soft catch into the extension. That's wild. What the heck? With the Lego Batman PFP? Ah, I just missed him. He went a little inside. Oh, I tried to get the light touch. Gotta go. See you, birdie. Nice beat. Just trying to slow that one down. Wait. No, I got launched on that one. Ugh. Good slot. Close one. Wait, he's got it. He's got it. Good fake. Oh! Let's go! Bump Dillerton just a little bit, and it was just enough for normal to get there. All right, we take it. Gotta go. See you next time. All right, see you, dog. Yeah, I'm gonna play a little. I'm honestly just playing until traffic dies down, and then I can slide on over to my lady's place. Because I try to like be like, all right, guys, we're gonna end stream, and then I'm gonna drive, and then I'm just sitting in traffic for like 2 hours. It basically feels like. So I'm like, no taco suit. We only do that if we have over $250 in super chat or $250 in donations, which we're not quite at. Yeah, if you do the taco suit all the time, then it loses its sheen. You know what I mean? What you sipping on, Matt? Is this cryptic? It is! I'm gonna ask him to play after this. Oh! Oh. Yeah, honestly, half the issue of with blinks of me not like hitting or trying to steal that aerial is I'm so used to people playing like chickens with the head cut off type of gameplay, which is like really hard to read. And so when I do play with a guy who's actually like twisted like Blinks is, I forget, and I'm like, oh right, that was a weird one. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect him to get absolutely owned on this one. Like, I was not prepared for him to get dusted that hard. Ha was there when he had 100 boost. I think he was trying to like finesse touch it, and then when that just didn't work, he had to retreat. But all right, I was playing the clear to the side. I probably should have played that more direct. Yeah, that's a Blinks forfeit 100%. Blinks kind of was in no man's land there, where he was like, well, not necessarily by his own fault. It's just that Haha was trying to play that middle, and I think Blinks didn't want to chow, but then he waited, and then it deflected middle, and then he kind of went, but he was also still a little too far away. So then he just decided, I'm good. Just gonna let him have that. Yeah. Alright, I'm guessing Haha is a glutton for punishment. Blinks 100% forfeit first, and then I forfeit second, so not really sure where. What are we Rose diving past the ball to 50 that. Not really sure what inspired that. Oh, nice little flick. Like, what are we doing here? Thank you. Holy. That was very all over the place. Oh my god, my sister just sent me an essay and a half. I asked her how she's doing, and then it was literally just saying typing for like, I think literally the past 20 minutes. So I guess not going great. My sister's dealing with actually a very advantageous position where she's killing it in this role she just promoted into like about 2 years ago. When I say just, I mean like she did like a career shift and then she moved into this role and then she did really well in the first 6 months. They gave her a raise, but apparently they've just been giving her like so much work. She's basically like a account manager or a product manager for like a marketing company. So she's in charge of basically making sure everything's in place, on budget, on time. She's traveling across the US all the time, working with all these national brands and whatever. But apparently they're giving her so much work that she's like, literally, if you scaled this to anyone else in marketing, and I've asked my friends who do my position, they're like, they have 3 people and I'm doing all of it. And I'm like, well, then you need to ask for a raise. And she's like, oh, that's the thing, is like all my performance reviews, they've been insane. Like they literally are saying like, this company would be nothing without you. Like we're so good, like you're so good in the West Market or whatever, because she's out in San Francisco. And then she's gonna ask for a chonky freaking raise. I'm really curious about if they're gonna actually entertain that. Or if they're gonna be dicks. It's my personal favorite. Hey, you're like super important. We'll do anything to keep you happy. Hey, can I get a pay raise? Ooh, you've listed the one thing we're not willing to do. Yeah, I think she's in a good position. I think she'll probably be able to secure one. It's a little different when there's like 3 people in the company that do her role versus like, you know, in other companies where there's like 50. Try to pick that out in the top corner. Hello, duckies are good. Are they though? Holy dunk, 2008, didn't see the vision. Ah, wanted to extend. Bad timing that. You meant the nicest Smurfer earlier? No such thing. Smurfers are all monsters. You got a chow? I was trying to play it over to him, but then as I was about to wind up for it, he turned away. I was like, oh, I guess I can't get that to you. This might be sticky. That's the best I can do, unfortunately. Nice. You let me win 5 times? Oh, that's nice. You got an MMR refund. I'm just gonna chill. Subin's a very confusing player to watch because like I can actively look at him being in the right position, but then he like delays just like a half second and it like throws me off a little bit because I'm like, wait, do you have that read or not? I think he just likes to fake chow, which is fine if like we're in comms. It's just a little confusing when you have someone go like directly up to you and then suddenly at the last second turn away and you're like, wait, I thought you had it. No! Wow, so, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, why are we not crashing? Like, at the very least, it might not go in, but, like, that one's gonna bounce, like, in a really good position if we just go. Something you gotta go for 50. That works. Tried to place that a little bit with more power. Air rolled the wrong way. Tried to pass that over to Subin. No! My other teammate chased it and blocked it. That's really funny. Oh, not like that. That was like a flawless setup, I thought. Freaking oh man, I bailed because he didn't go and then I waited too long. I'm gonna play another game. Wish me luck. Best luck, Dougies. Might have reset? Oh, I did. So I need to keep that in. Nice. Okay, cool. I was about to say, I'm like, that's gotta be wide open, right? I was playing for a 50 halfway through. That was why my angle was a little wonky, and I was like, wait, actually, there's no one up for that. I was just trying to get flat across it. Oh, that's actually a great pass. Nice sub in. Good slot. Close one. That's not good. I don't have boost. Okay, good. I'm just gonna interrupt that real quick. Good win, Deb. Good to hear, chat. Because I can't go back to a losing streak again. Yeah, ideally not. I think honestly that's the way you gotta do it. People win, like lose a lot, and then they gain a little bit of it back, and they're like, all right, I didn't lose nearly as much. Well, now we gotta keep playing. I'm like, I don't know, man. I think if you're feeling a little tired, just gotta be like, let's just chill. Go to a different game. I always like to have competitive games, and then have another subset of games, like a single player games. That's why I like RPGs. You can just play them off stream. I shouldn't have started this yet. Duckies, what are you doing? You just said you were playing a different game. Oh god, we have to play Cryptic again. Nice. You guys are toxic smurfer. Dude, stop playing the game. What are you doing? Bro just dropped a nice bump when the guy missed his demo. Damn, it's crazy energy this guy's bringing. Ooh, nice save. I kind of wish you just sent that. Hold on, I need to see this again. How did he get this much power? That was so much power for a no boost single jump flick. What the heck? He didn't even flip into that, he just single jumped it. I don't know how he got that much power. Genuinely baffling. Chicken, no, buddy. You had 80 boost and he went to grab the corner boost. Yeah, I had to play the 50 on that. Man, I had so much boost and hit it a little too far their way. I didn't position super well for that. Oh, wow, the changeup almost got me. I knew I had someone behind me, I just didn't actually know if he'd be able to get there in time. Ooh, good touch. Okay, grab that. 6-1, I scored. Let's go on the Smurfer. All right, that's fine. He had to wait for me anyway. He doubles that. Roll this one. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we gotta... Okay, I was like, I don't have that exact read, but it works. Ooh, cryptic. Get down. Nice placement. Man, I was waiting for that ceiling bounce and it literally just never touched, so a little heavy of a touch here. Yeah, a little heavy, but that's fine. If no one else got me, I know Nichols got me. Oh, that's a bounce. Oh, that's a perfect bounce. Oh, look at it go, chat. Let me invite Cryptic. Hey, there we go. All right, we'll play with Cryptic for a little bit. That was the exact type of game you invite someone after because their teammates are just panicking the whole game and you're like, yeah, wish you had me. Last game we played, I was getting farmed by him and the team, not gonna lie. Not playing super clean. Hey, Parker Jelly. This is an insanely high scoring game. I don't know what the heck's going on, but... Oh. Cryptic should have that. Horrible shot, but that works. Is that just open? Oh. Yeah, I'm like, I'll probably double it or at least like put it down line, but we have nickel there, so it's fine. I'm wandering a little wide on these rotations. Hello? I should have gone directly into the ceiling with that guy. That's fine. Not a clean double. Oof. I knew I'd beat the first guy. I just wasn't sure if I would be able to beat the second. All right. Oh, that was a good bump by him. Nickel, you're gonna get bumped. Watch out. Oh my gosh, I was about to pass that middle and then halfway through I realized it wasn't happening. Kiddies were freaking around with something. Can you knock it off? Thank you. I think they knocked one of my pairs of keys on the ground. They're jingling. They're both looking at me like they knew they did something wrong. I wanted Ivor time. Nice. Congrats, Suckies. The goat. They make Disney movies out of a storyline like that. Ooh. All right. I was playing the 50, but they were smart for not going for that. Good demo. Cryptic might just get a free one there. Nope. I would try to play that across, but I didn't want to risk like just sobbing one on a serving one. Ooh, Nickel, we did not have to jump for that. Oh. This other team feels very solid on the back line and that they're like making a lot of goal line saves, but outside of that, I'm like not super impressed by what I'm seeing. No reset on that. Interesting. Okay. Oh, it's 50 and a half. Woo! why Pika did. Why did Pika not clear that? He had such a good angle on that. He just hit the brake for reasons I can't explain. All right, we'll take that. Hey, we're playing Danger. Oh. I wonder if there's the Astro. I think it is. Oh, I was being really harebrained with that touch, I'm not gonna lie. Want to put that somewhere Astro could chase. That works. Yeah, one thing I'm trying to get better at is when the ball goes in the corner like that, I've been watching, and when I was doing CRL coverage, one player I really like to watch is Royalis. He's a RLCS player, originally from South America, but he plays in Collegiate Rocket League, and so he streams pretty much any competition he's in. And watching him, he's actually really good with his positioning, and that's one thing I'm trying to like get better at, is stop being so impulsive. Because on lower like GC, it's actually fine if you just kind of ball chase a little bit more, and obviously you have to position well, but it's not like imperative that you're perfect. Like you can get away with being kind of lazy on it. And I feel like with him, he's like a great mix of like, I'm gonna chase this down and be a hassle, but I'm also gonna take my time when I need to. Yeah, specifically if someone's trying to work their way out of a corner, like let them, but you specifically just shut down all their avenues, and it makes them play worse. And I'm trying to, get back to that as I slowly get my hours back up. I didn't expect to miss that. I was genuinely positioned for the next one. Sla, how you doing? Speaking of Sla, did you see that he signed for, I think, a Turkish club? I wanted that man in MLS. What the? Hey, Slade King. $350K a week? Oof. Oh! I was trying to lead block. That was a great first touch. Holy, he got the perfect angle to get behind that. That is a legitimately insane first touch by Astro. How's it been? Pretty good. Working a new job. It's going well so far. Just, getting used to the hours. Can't really stream or create content in the same way, because our hours are kind of crazy. That's true. That's... Oof, I didn't expect Cryptic to chase that. Blah, 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 blah. Oh man, I almost had such a nice angle on that. Astro scared the crap out of me when he let that bounce. Okay, good deflection. What? That might be a bump. Yeah. I'd expect 3 different waves of misses that went on in the corner there. Saw your name on Twitch and recognize you from playing you earlier. Hey, Liddy. Yeah, not the best first touch. A little too much speed. Oh! Ah! My friend said ball cam doesn't help. Is he right or wrong? That sounds like a silver player. Ball cam, of course, helps. It's when you're a lower rank, it's easier to play without ball cam because you're just trying to drive straight. So like when you can drive like this, oh, I know where I'm going at all times. Yay, I can drive around. Yay. Oh, and I can react to the ball still. Don't worry. Like blah blah. But then when you're in situations like this where you have to turn around, you have no idea where the ball is. You know, like the ball gets hit like that, and then you land. You're like, wait, how far away is the ball? I don't know. Get used to ball cam. Turn off ball cam when you need like to see exactly the direction you're headed, like maybe when you're going to a boost, but or when you're dribbling maybe, but like you should be in ball cam almost all the time. Acting like it doesn't help is such a weird line. Like you just simply can't play at a high level without ball cam. Ooh, the infamous completely blows by the first read to land on the wall and get the rebound. I was not prepped for that. That should be a goal. Nice. Ball camera, switching cameras, it all is massive. Everyone knows better to keep one or on the other, so you get used to it. Don't get confused when switching. Massive kappa. It's too hard to hit the ball. Well, that's because you're not used to it. People get used to one ball cam and they're fine. Just adjust your camera to a setting that you like and then go from there and it'll be fine. Good job, Astro. I always like to hit those down instead of up because it makes the clear a lot harder to calculate how underneath you can get it. Ever switch your analog stick? I mean, I don't do that as much as I should. It really does help. I'm trying to remember which CRL player I was watching the other day that was, they do that a lot. They use the right stick like constantly. I'm just interrupting this. I did throw it back to him, but just want to be able to slow the play down. What's your username? I mean, you're looking at it. If you're on my channel, you know my username. I wanted to fake that soft touch, but I kind of ran out of boost. Good pass. Let me get back. Oh, wait. I'm going to go for a bump. Oh, my God. I just missed that guy. I slowed down on that because I didn't want to own goal that. Yeah, they're going to play off that. And there's a third. Good counter. So his name in Rocket League? I don't give that out, because why would I? I don't play with people that I don't know. Also, a good cardinal rule that just doesn't exist in GC3 anymore, chat, is if you are on the ground and your teammate is on the backboard and there's a guy air dribbling, guy on the ground challenges, not the guy on the backboard. I don't know why or when this started becoming like a new thing that GC3 players just forget about, but there's so many like younger GCs that just don't know that. And I'm like, that's been like a staple of the meta for like years. Like if you're on the ground and you chow a ball in the air and they fake low, your third has it. If they fake high, then the guy on the backboard has it. But if the guy on the backboard chows the air dribble or the ball in the air and he gets beat over the top, then no one's able to get the ball if it goes over him. So I'm like, I've been doing that lately with some of these dudes in ranked, and even these GC3s, they're just like, Taco, why are you jumping for that? I'm like, because that's what you're supposed to do. And they're genuinely convinced, like, no, it's always been the person on the backboard should go for that. I'm like, that's why I'm under the backboard. I'm like, no, you're on the backboard in case the ball goes to the backboard. You don't jump off the backboard because you're higher up. The Ninja Taco 69420 Blaze It, that is my username. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna play 2 more games. Ah. Good reset. Bro, I'm getting bonked, dude. Oh, I was playing for a 50, but then no one jumped, so I was like, oh. Not gonna lie, I did not think he'd go for a direct shot on that, and he's freaking slotted that. Look at this placement. I say to skip the replay. Oof. Oof. Well done. I didn't know you were going back, taking some classes. Nice Ronzi there, Taco. Dude, shut up. I refuse to believe that's a thing. All you Gen A kids making up terms for things that already exist. Where was Endless on this? Oh, he was stealing a corner boost. I was thinking he was gonna be next up. Ooh. I think that might have been in, post in, if not. I think a Ronzi or whatever they're calling is literally just like a power shot off the back wall. It's more of a timing thing than a mechanic. That's a little wide. That was pretty risky. I was just hoping he was going to play the low ball. Hey, Cryptic. I don't know what rank these guys are, but they seem very high ranked. All right, I bonked him, that's fine. Endless, you are kind of slow on it, but it's fine. Waiting to see if Billy wanted to rotate back to his half. Ah, good fake. That's a goal, because Endless is going to screw himself up. Oh, never mind. Ooh. He had 100 boost and he wanted to catch it, but he was trying to invert himself. Oh my god, I played high and I still got beat over the top. It's crazy. Oh, he missed. That's 2 players. Go, 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 go. Oh my gosh. Endless? Endless? Endless is just looking spooked. I'm gonna be straight up. He looks very anxious throughout this lobby.
60 seconds left on the clock. Saved by the keeper.
You chowed that? That's a psychotic decision, I'm not gonna lie. They got us really boost starved, I'm not gonna lie. The Cryptic had literally any boost, and he does. Let's go. Okay, cool. 1v1 for a sub. I do not need a sub so badly that I will 1v1 random people. I am playing with my friend in 3s. And we're gonna keep it that. I do not 1v1 random people.
30 seconds left on the clock.
Close. Close? Oh man, that would have been pretty lit, I'm not gonna lie. That's fine. Okay. Bro, I don't know why, if you hit the jackpot on a game like that, why you would ever play another, queue another one after that. That's a situation where I wish I had comms, because I had enough time to catch that, but I was just trying to get in front of it. I'm going to take a massive risk and do this. And I missed the boost. I'm an idiot. Bonk? That's open? Double? That was actually absurd, I'm not going to lie. That's... Great shot! Oh, dude, these saves! Get up Endless. Cryptic should have a lot of time for that. Wait, oh, what just happened here? Oh, but he was off the ceiling and he had a flip, dude. That's... I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of wild. I don't blame Cryptic for not seeing that one. That guy whiffed that first aerial so hard that I think Cryptic might have just, his brain might have just like not countered him for a half second. I've had that happen before. Where like he flies past so far that your brain's like, oh, he's not in the play anymore. And so then you go up for it and then you realize halfway through the aerial, like, wait, why is that guy still there? That was also very hard to know whether or not he had that reset or not, because he landed like really awkwardly. It wasn't like a clean one where you touch the ceiling like that. It was like he hit one half of his car and it kind of just went like thud. It was like, instead of a clean tap, it was like a thud on both sides. How can I improve? I'm Diamond 1. If you're Diamond, just practice doing this. Just take the ball off the wall and learn how to keep it close. I honestly think one of the biggest skills that people do, outside of actually learning how to properly fast arrow, is learning just to tap and just do this. Just learn how to keep the ball close. You don't even have to keep it on your hood necessarily. Just learn how to match the speed of a ball on, you know, off the sidewall. Don't play another one, Dougie. You literally had the best possible game to end your day on, and then you're trying to roll the dice again. It's not worth it, dude. I think if you've had a negative day and you pull off something actually insane on the final game, that's the perfect way to be like, and we're done. Speaking of, this is gonna be my last game. I gotta drive across the city. So let's see if we can end it on a good one. Playing Navy Striker, that's like a name I haven't seen in a bit. What's happening? This dude is just walking down the street. There was 90 different moments where I was like waiting for a touch. I think Cryptic was also waiting for it. Yeah, we did kind of sell though. We had 2 shots point blank and we didn't put away, and then they marched that one in. It's super funny. What? I don't know how I got bumped to the ceiling on that. Oh. I type civil instead. High morality auto check you got there. Auto check, auto spell. Rocinho. Good steal. Nice, Cryptic. Cool. Well, that's what you get for stealing from me. Alright. I was gonna hit that, but then I saw Cryptic go for it, and I'm like, Oh my gosh. Getting low-key harassed, dude. Rocinho, there's no way! Ah, man, he got dusted to a read. He should not have been missing. I was like, ah, he's got 100 boost. That's fine. That's not too hard in an aerial, but he's leaning back. Like, you gotta get 2 to it. Also, we're playing a dude with 120 ping with an England flag. This might actually be an EU cure. Oh, I like the part where I got no height on that. Sick. That's luckily wide. Oh, just missed my flip. I ran out of my flip. Ah, the timing. I was like, Juicers doesn't have a great touch on that, so I'm not super worried. All right, Ross. Yeah, it was a little rough. Sure. That only works if you're playing with someone you're hard calming with. Bro just cut him immediately and then just kind of stayed there and accepted his fate. Ah, I can't even get a 50 on that. I'm a failure. Can we play? Nope. I'm getting off after this game anyway, so. Oh, what the f... All right, well, good night, everybody. That was the peak of the day from Benny. He's never hitting that again. All right, good night, everybody.